What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Scuba Driver. My name is Steven. If you're new to the channel, this is a 2006 Aston Martin DB9, but today we're going to be focusing on way out there. That's my 2013 Scion FRS, what this channel is mainly based around. But anyways, today we do have an exciting video. I've finally got some Spec D headlights for my car. I've been wanting these for a while. I've had a lot of people on Instagram and on YouTube telling me I need to update my headlights. You'll see in a second, I got some really ugly stock ones on there with a little bit of plastic glass lens tint from Pill Coat that we put on there a little while ago, and this is starting to come off, so I think it's time to upgrade the headlights. Anyways, let's get these out of the box and see what they look like. So yeah, when you open the box, you get your instructions here, basically just giving you different wiring options, telling you how to adjust the bulbs in there, and all the little safety things about the sealant and everything. But anyways, we'll put that to the side for later. And then they're nicely packaged. I already kind of opened them up because I got too excited. But when you look at the actual headlights themselves, this is the driver's side one. Super aggressive, gloss black on the inside. Then of course we got the boomerang LED bar. This is the turn signal, and then a halogen headlamp, which acts as a high beam and a low beam. But I do have a LED conversion on my car, which I have in another video, which I'll put in a link just in the description below. So we're gonna see if we can swap this out with the LED, but if not, we might have to do that in a later video and just run it with the halogens. My friend Kevin's here. He's the one that actually owns this Aston Martin DB9. He does a lot more wiring than I do because I do none, so I got some supplies. We're gonna bring the FRS in the garage, get the Aston Martin out of here, and we'll start wiring up these headlights. So we got the FRS in the garage, and what we're doing now is we're removing the bumper. So we're going to remove these plastic clips and 10mm bolts across the top of the bumper. Under, there's a series of clips. You'll see them when you get under there. Probably about 10 plastic clips or so, and a couple of 10mm bumpers as well. You want to remove your side marker. Then there's 3 clips on each side of the bumper, attaching it to the fender liner, and 1 clip up in here. At least that's what I had. And then we're going to pop it off. You can see the bumper mounts that we put on there last time. We're probably going to replace those with some quick release latches in another video. And we'll go ahead and get this bumper off. All right, so this little bumper bracket will come right off. So I'll set that over to the side. And I'll keep removing these bolts, and the bumper should come off pretty easily. All right, so we got the bumper mainly off. Kevin just had to disconnect the fog light down on the bottom of the bumper. It's the fog light and turn signal, so we'll do the same on this side. Let's pull this off. You just want to disconnect these harnesses down here to remove them from the bumper. Then the bumper should come off pretty easily, just like that. All right, so we're about to take the headlight brackets off, but look at the differences already. This one looks terrible. That one looks super aggressive. So we'll go ahead and remove these headlight brackets. So removing the headlight bracket, you have one 10mm bolt back over here, which I already got off. And then you'll have one right on the side here. It should just come right off, and you'll be able to remove the bracket and hang it on the side while you remove the headlight. All right, Kevin's getting the Spec D headlight on. It just bolts right back up to where the factory one goes. So you're just going to replace all the bolts you just took off and then put the factory headlight mount back on. He plugged it into the factory harness, and then after that, we're going to go ahead and get to wiring the turn signal and the daytime running light. So we got both the headlights on, and it looks absolutely insane, even with a bumper falling off already. Still looks amazing. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to wire all the turn signal, the daytime running light, make sure everything works. So I'll show you how to do that. Kevin's going to start wiring that for us. All right, so we think we figured out where we need the wire. So I'll let Kevin explain.
Okay, so we're going to run off of the daylight running lights that are on the bumper. So if you do a continuity test while the daylight running light's on, we get ground on that green, and then positive is on that red. So turning, putting in the black grounds from the headlight and the white line into this red gives us our daylight running light. This is the side marker, the turn signal harness. So this black, from what I can see, is ground. And so it's that corner there. And then the red is positive on that for the turn signal. So you're going to run your yellow into that one.
So yellow into the top left, and then black into the top right.
Actually, if you need something to kind of visualize.
Actually, yeah.
Those are my notes.
Screenshot that, because that'll help out. There you go. So what's next? We just need to splice into the wires and...
Yeah, if you want to go turn on your turn signals and your daylight running lights, we'll just plug up the wires and show them exactly where they need to be.
Sweet, we'll do that.
And your hazards.
All right, so I got the accessory on. We've got the hazards on. So I'll walk over here and Kevin will plug the wires in. So he's putting the yellow wire in. He's already got it ground, and check that out. I had no idea that these things were going to be sequential, but as soon as we plugged it into the turn signal, we tap it into the stock turn signal harness, it's actually sequential, which is really, really sick. And he's going to take the white wire and run it into the DRL harness, and that should turn our boomerang on. Boom. Holy cow, that looks so sick. It's unbelievably bright. Looks like the camera's kind of picking it up, but it looks really, really good. Sick. So we just gotta tap those wires in, and it looks like we know exactly which ones need to plug into where. So I'll show you guys how we connect those. So which wire are you doing here?
All right, so we're not gonna run this all the way to this because this has a junction in it. So we're gonna figure out which wires correlate to this harness. We're going to take the turn and the ground, one of the grounds to the turn, it doesn't matter which one. We're going to tape it here. We're going to cut this harness back so we can scotch lock it because it's going to be the quickest way to get in there.
So we got a little box of scotch locks here, got at the hardware store.
So you just put, you'll see that you have one side that is capped off. So you'll go in this way, put your through wire on that side, run your new wire into there, squeeze this with some redneck pliers, and then pop that cap over it.
Boom, so it just taps into the wire for you.
Just get this harness cut, and then, so we're needing red and black. So red's gonna be, see how these wires are a lot smaller?
Yep.
That's what we want. We want, because these wires are smaller too, we want that gauge to be the same. So we're going to run bottom left corner, which is going to be this teal, looks like teal with a white tracer on it. And then the top right one, which is just going to stay black.
So right now he's just cutting the tape on the harness just so we can access the wires.
This harness, that beep after it starts, taped right here so we know this harness, how long we want it. So we want that scotch lock to be kind of in the middle. I might have to cut back a little bit more. So we're going to go to about right there with these. Give it a little bit of extra actually.
A little extra to work with.
Yep, always. Okay, those almost broke. Alright, so with the scotch lock, the whole idea of it will destroy one, so you can see it. That metal piece in there is going to bridge between the wires. So
it's pretty cool. It's really
when you
convenient.
take your pliers and you pinch that, that goes into both wires, and you can,
gotcha.
maybe you can see in
yeah,
there.
you can kind of see in there.
And then once you pop this over the top,
Just clips it all together.
that locks it.
That's like super easy. We're definitely gonna do that with my side markers because I literally just tape those up. So, all right, so he's just getting those wires we just cut into the scotch lock here. Just making sure he's got it wired up to the right one.
I'm gonna go the inside.
So he's doing ground to ground right here, right?
Yep.
So he takes the black wire from the stock harness and our new ground wire, runs them into the scotch lock. It's gonna clip that metal. The pliers are right there. He's gonna take the pliers, squeeze it and tap in. Simple as that.
What's in there?
Nice. Close it. All right, so our ground wire is done. Next, we'll do the turn signal. So my side marker that I installed a few videos back, I'll put a link down there. I never actually wired the turn signal to it, just the running light on the side. So we actually just went ahead and tapped that turn signal into the new turn signal light. And as you can see, that one is running sequential, so he's got it tapped and grounded right. Alright, so Kevin hooked us up and he's got the wiring done on this side. As you can tell, he really cleaned up first my side marker over here. I've had this wired up with electrical tape and like 25 extra feet of wire, so now it's nice and tight. He's got it wired to the stock harness here with the turn signal hooked up, tapped into that wire as well. Down here, we actually went with the daytime running light. That's this LED strip on the front of the bumper. This is where we tapped the white wire and the black ground wire in, which makes the boomerang light up, which I'll show you guys in a second. And the turn signal is tapped into the stock harness here with these, what are these things called again?
Scotch locks.
Scotch locks. So he's got the Scotch locks for the turn signal and the ground wire right here. So I'll turn the car on, show you guys what they look like. Yeah, take that. So this is pretty cool because now the boomerang just comes on with the DRL. So all you gotta do is turn that on. And of course, that's with the headlight and the turn signal. All three turn signals working perfect. We were super pumped that they were sequential. Perfect. Days, but we got the lights on the car and they are looking absolutely amazing. So I'll show you guys what they look like in the parking garage here. Boom. As you can see, they light up extremely bright even during the day, and I'm obsessed with the way they look. It's about time we got some lights on the car. So as you can tell, what I do recommend is going back in the video and taking a screenshot of Kevin's iPad when he had all the wiring diagram on there, what lights go to where. So that should be extremely helpful. I wish I had something like that when we were wiring them up. Anyways, I really like the way they came out. We do have a little bit extra bumper sag on the car, but what I decided next is we're going to do some quick release latches, which I should have done the first time, but I figured I'd try those stock mounts, see how they last, but obviously they didn't last very long. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like the headlights, and what do you guys think I should do next to the car? I'll drop a link in the description for these. Redline360.com is where I picked them up at, Spec D Tuning, and I'll put a link in there to make sure you get the sequential ones as well. Hopefully yours come out like that is awesome. I'll turn the turn signal on just so you can see the sequential and how bright it is. Oh yeah, I really am glad they came out like that. As you can tell, they match the sequentials on the back. Perfect. Well, anyways, huge shout out to Kevin. Thank you so much for helping me out with that. I learned a lot about wiring during this whole process. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Thank you for 1,500 subscribers. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.